when you start something, it is natural to set the preset criteria for quitting. For example, if you don't see any significant progress within 3 months, and you will decide to quit it. And that sounds so pretty business-like, and it sounds like a clever choice, and it's really rational to make that kind of preset criteria for what you're doing, but it might let you avoid unnecessary costs and try to avoid from prevent prevent you from to be an sunk cost. However, it's not for you to pursue your way. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Koji. I'm trying to tell you something that help you pursue your way. Now, it's about setting a criteria. Setting a criteria for quitting is a quite a practical way to avoid potential loss for what you're doing, what you're trying to aim to achieve, and it's a logical. It's a logic of the sooner the better if you quit it anyway, right? Um, Sometimes it's a realistic way to think, and it lets you to use your time for better opportunity, or not 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 necessarily a better or other opportunity. You can try to use, you know, the failure attempt to the other opportunity. You can try it. Now, for example, Michael Jordan. It's not a failure story, but Michael Jordan switched his career from baseball player to basketball player, and that switch made him a legend. Now, sometimes switching the subject where you pour your energy in changes your life dramatically. So, but if you talk about a pretty short amount of time, short period of time, like 1 or 2 months, or maybe three months, it's totally different story. Switching your subject is not so good idea within those kind of short period of time, because you barely understand all aspects of the thing you're trying to do within 1 or 2 months, and you probably don't see your potential within those period of time, short period of time, and you probably know if you like it or not before you started, and at least you are interested in that subject you are trying to start. I mean, you are already starting, and you're trying to do achieve, and you are not interested in everything, right? If you are interested in everything, then you are in trouble to pick something. Now, you are not interested in something. That is a sign for you to something is for you, right? And so it's not a great idea to scrap your attempt, scrap your precious motivation source that easy. Then that's one reason. Now, you might be induced the idea that set a preset criteria for quitting is a very clever way, and a very wise way to preserve your precious time. And if you don't make sufficient progress and specify the time frame, like within 3 months, maybe 6 months, and you would think about quitting things, and you would think switching the subject from one to another. And it sounds rational, and it also has an aspect of a driving force, making the setting the deadline or setting the bottom line to clear will make you motivate to go beyond that. So one aspect of the setting quitting criteria is positive one. However, most of the case, the criteria works as an escape hatch for you. So you actually see yourself, show yourself the exit door. So you can exit from here whenever you want. That is how the preset quitting criteria works in your mind, in your brain. Brain perceives it as the escape hatch. So because your brain knows the criteria works as an escape hatch, it will likely trigger the criteria within the specified time frame. That is how it works, and that is the second reason that I'm telling you this. So setting the preset criteria forces you to think about quitting. Okay? Setting a preset criteria makes you think about you quit in the future. Forces you to ponder about after quitting the thing. You know. So preset criteria have more negative aspects for you to achieve some kind of goal you're trying to achieve. Now, it is just make sure commitment conditional. Alright? If you set preset criteria for quitting, that makes your commitment conditional. You need to have unconditional commitment to achieve something. That is mandatory. Preset criteria for quitting makes your commitment conditional. Your commitment is so weak. That is the preset criteria meaning. And you just make sure you just show yourself out exit door, and that makes you fall into 92% of people who chronically quit in things. So if you set preset criteria for quitting, you make yourself fall into 92% of the people. So now how you get into rest of the people, 8% of people? That is, erase the preset criteria. Okay? Setting a preset criteria closes the door to success. That is the truth, and that's the third reason. And to being 8%, you have to erase the word quit from your commitment and from your brain. So discard any quitting criteria and throw it away from your mind, from your desk, wherever you can see it. Discard it, throw it away, and erase the quit word from your brain, from your dictionary. Now, make your commitment unconditional, and that will make your way. And that's my message today. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. I hope this episode helps you a bit, and your habit will honor. I love you guys. See you in the next episode. Peace.